Welcome everybody. I am Samwise, and we'll see what I do. Okay, so I want to talk about ngrok, which my friend the other day said it was a very great, funny name. Didn't know what it did, but he liked it. So one of the things about MREs is when you develop them locally, you can run them on your local 3901, I guess, port. So you can watch it and you can see it run locally on your computer. But if you want to bring it up to Altspace, you can't, because it needs to be sent up there. It needs to be on a server up there, and it's not connected to your computer. ngrok has an ability to look down on your computer and pull your running server up into Altspace. So then you can test in Altspace. So basically you just go to ngrok, and I just use my GitHub login because they're all kind of related to computer stuff. So that's what I did. So I use that. Once you get in, it's going to have you download to whichever platform you're on. Once you download it, you are going to, if it's on a Windows machine, you just unzip it. Now you want to make sure to unzip it into a directory that's kind of a global directory. You don't want to put it into your actual directory where your MRE is, because that means you'd have to put it in every single MRE directory. So it's much better to find just a standard directory. I put it under the user directory, but it could be under any directory, and I'll show you that in a moment. Once you unzip it, or any of these things, it's then going to have you go to the directory where you unzipped it. You're going to type in ngrok config add dash auth token, and it's going to give you this whole line. You're literally going to copy this and paste it and run it. And then that means your version knows how to connect to ngrok. And then the very bottom line here is all you have to do is type, and it's actually a little different, I'll show you in a moment, but you do ngrok HTTP, and you'll do 3901. So we're going to do that right now here. Now this is currently a running ngrok. I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel it right now. Control C just throws you out, and you're going to do period. And I just have, if I do this directory, you'll notice ngrok.exe is in here. So you want to make sure you know where ngrok has been unzipped. You do, so I'm going to back up to here now, and it's going to go period / ngrok. That's just saying that we're in the local directory. Then we're doing HTTP and 3901. So the default server is 3901. Again, I'm very unfamiliar how ports work. I just know it's 3901. So right here, this is actually a connection to your port 3901. If you look over on the right, you'll see localhost 3901, and it's going to relate to this URL or URI. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy that. Every time you run it, it's a different number. So you want to get this one. So that one's there. Now I'm going to go into our space here, and I have an MRE that's sitting around here. I diamond and bring it up. Right, so I'm going into the world editor. I'm going into basics. I'm going into creating an SDK app where you put the MREs, and you're literally pasting the exact thing in here that you took, except you're going to the front and you're getting rid of HTTPS and making WS or WSS. And that's it. I'm going to do now. So I've now taken this MRE, this diamond over here, and I'm going to now go in to my application, to Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to tell it to start running. And if you notice, it's never running. Oh, and that you can see. You can see the code running. Correct? Yeah. So that's running on my local machine, but you're seeing it in Altspace. So it's literally running that URL coming down, porting to mine. If we go back to, let me find it again. Here we go. You can see it's running, it's getting 200 OK. And you can see at the top, that URL is connecting or piping over to localhost 3901. So that's running on my machine. And what's nice about that is I can now go in. So if I put a stop in this console log, you'll see at the bottom 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I'm going to now clear this. Actually, am I going to clear this? Oh yeah, debug. I'm going to clear it into debug. And if I run it again, which again, it's a really nice feature inside of VS Code, is when you click on this, I'm telling it to run the script debug. This is the run script debug. It does launch. It's running npm run debug. So that means all I have to do to run it is click that if I want to run it. So now I'm going to run it. And if everything goes well, looking doing something. There we go. You can see it stopped there. If I look under the debug, you can see there's nothing. If I go one line, you'll see count 0. Then I hit count 1, count 2. So it's looping and stopping so you can check your code. And like right now, if I put the cursor over the I, it'll tell you we're on number 4. So this is a very useful, in fact, I can't imagine doing anything without the debug process. Now, here's something I've found out recently that I like a lot. You don't have to stop on every single one of these. You can actually right-click, do edit breakpoint, and I can say where I equals, or I is greater than 3. And I'm going to hit enter, and I'm just going to tell it to restart from the beginning again. And you'll notice it went 0, 1. Oh, let me make this bigger. So right now, we've stopped, but we went through 0, 1, 2, 3 without stopping because I said in the breakpoint, it has to be greater than 3. So you can put in specific information you're looking for and to stop exactly when you want, when the error happens or something's wrong. So it's a big time saver. So right now, if I do this continue, so it already completed and went on. Yeah. So that's the joy of ngrok, the ability to test in Altspace while running locally and be able to really trace all your issues and problems. And that's pretty much it.